All right, let's just get right into it. A lot of people talk about your 40s like it's some kind of midlife crisis. It's not, but it is a window. It's a really specific, financially crucial window of time that, as we're about to see, closes a whole lot faster than you think. So today, we are going to break down the specific, sometimes uncomfortable, and totally math-backed milestones you really need to hit in this decade. You know the scene, right? It's late, maybe midnight, the house is finally quiet, and you do that thing you've been putting off for months, maybe even years. You log into your retirement account, and you stare at the number, the sum total of everything you've managed to put away for your future. And a feeling just washes over you. After all this time, all this work, your retirement balance looks more like the price of a used car. That feeling, that's exactly where we're starting today. So to make this all feel a little more real, I want you to meet someone. We're going to call him Dave. Dave's 43. He's got a family, a mortgage, a couple of car payments. You know the deal. He's not broke. He's not reckless with his money. He's just kind of floating. He's doing okay. And what we're about to see is that doing okay in your 40s is its own kind of five-alarm fire. Now look, Dave makes good money. His annual salary is $95,000 a year. That's solidly above the average. He's doing all the things he was told he was supposed to do, right? He's a responsible guy, a good earner. But as you know, that's only one half of the equation. Because here's the other half. This is his entire retirement savings, $87,000. He hasn't really paid attention to it since he first set it up. And this right here, this is the disconnect. This is the gap between a good income and a secure future that just sneaks up on so many of us when we hit our 40s. Okay, so let's get into the uncomfortable math of it all. This is where we have to look at the real numbers and understand why just doing okay is not going to cut it. The most important thing to get is that in your 20s and 30s, the math is patient with you. In your 40s, well, it stops being patient. And this just lays it all out, doesn't it? Fidelity, one of the biggest retirement managers out there, has a simple rule of thumb. You should have 3 times your salary saved by the time you're 40. For Dave, that's $285,000. He has $87,000. See, he's not just a little behind. He is almost $200,000 behind schedule. That is not a rounding error. That's the alarm bell going off. This slide shows you the brutal, unforgiving price of waiting. If you want to hit $1 million by retirement, someone starting at 25 only needs to put away about $380 a month. But if you start at 40, like Dave, that number skyrockets to over $1,200 a month. That's a penalty of more than $850 every single month just for being 15 years late to the party. And believe it or not, it gets even more urgent than that. Once you're in your 40s, for every single year, let me repeat that, every year you delay investing, say $1,000 a month, you could be giving up around $60,000 in future wealth. That's the incredible, unforgiving power of compound interest when it starts working against you instead of for you. So what on earth do we do about it? First things first, we build a fortress. It's all about playing defense before you even think about going on offense. And that means you have to systematically hunt down and eliminate the things that are actively destroying your financial future. And here's the game plan, the order of operations. Step 1, high interest credit card debt. This isn't a suggestion, it's an emergency. Paying off a credit card with 22% interest is like giving yourself a guaranteed 22% return on your money. No investment on earth can beat that. Step 2, car loans. You're pouring money into something that is losing value every single day. And step 3, student loans. Let's just put a real end date on the calendar and kill that psychological weight for good. All right, let's talk about your fortress's legal walls. This might be the most important thing we talk about all day. Look at this. Only 24% of Americans even have a will. If you don't have one, your assets go to something called probate court. It's a long, expensive, public, legal nightmare where a judge who doesn't know you from Adam decides who gets your stuff. And this is the big one, who raises your kids. Now, here's a quiet little disaster that almost nobody talks about. Your 401k, your life insurance, they don't care what your will says. They completely bypass it. That money goes directly to whoever you named on the beneficiary form. So let's say you got divorced, you updated your will, but you forgot to change that one little form. Your ex-spouse could get everything. Your current family? 0. Please check your beneficiaries this week. The rule of thumb for life insurance is really simple. You need about 10 to 12 times your annual income in coverage. But the most important word on this slide is term. Term life insurance. It's cheap, it's clean, and it does one job. It pays your family if you die unexpectedly. For a healthy 40-year-old, a $500,000 policy might cost you $35 a month. That same policy for a 50-year-old, it's going to cost 2 or 3 times more. The window to get cheap insurance is right now. And now, we've arrived at the single biggest emotional money trap for people in their 40s. This is the one where being a good, loving parent feels like it's in direct conflict with being financially smart. But trust me, there is only one right answer here.
So what's it going to be? It's the question that keeps so many parents in their 40s staring at the ceiling at 2 a.m. Do you put money away for your kids' future education or for your own future survival?
And here it is, the definitive, non-negotiable, tough love answer. Your retirement savings comes first, every single time. No exceptions. Why? Because your kid can get scholarships, grants, and loans for college. There is no such thing as a retirement loan. Choosing their tuition over your own financial security isn't really a gift to them. You're just potentially handing them a much bigger burden down the road. And before you start to panic, remember this. Putting your retirement first doesn't mean you're abandoning your kids, not at all. 3 out of 4 undergrads get some kind of financial aid. The sticker price you see on a college website is almost never the real price. And get this, thanks to new laws, if you happen to oversave in a 529 college savings plan, you can now roll that extra money into a Roth IRA for yourself. There are off-ramps for college savings, there are no off-ramps for retirement.
So let's wrap this up by looking at 2 different futures. Both of them start from the exact same place we found our friend Dave. And this is so important. The difference between these 2 outcomes isn't about getting lucky or a huge promotion. It's about a series of specific choices made inside this one critical decade. The first Dave waited. He hit pause on his 401k to save for college. He made extra payments on his low-interest mortgage because it felt like the responsible thing to do. At 67, his retirement income is about $29,000 a year, and he is terrified. The second Dave, he acted. He funded his retirement first, no matter what. He automated his savings. And at 67, he has $880,000. And the one thing money actually buys you: options. Same person, same decade, totally different life.
And that's really the whole point. The difference between those 2 futures you just saw, one of fear, one of freedom, it wasn't about talent, it wasn't about luck, and it wasn't about a massive change in income. It was about a handful of specific, intentional decisions. It was a choice made inside that very specific window of time we call your 40s. Look, none of these milestones are glamorous, right? You're not going to get a million likes on Instagram for checking your beneficiary forms, but these are the moves that actually matter. Right now, that window is open. So the only question left is, are you going to make the decisions that the future version of you will thank you for, while the math still gives you a fighting chance?